Welcome to everybody in this channel. Let's get started. After retirement, many individuals face drastic shifts in their identity, daily routines, and emotional needs. The sudden transition from a decades-long career filled with purpose, structure, and interpersonal interactions to a period of seeming stillness can trigger a cascade of emotional challenges. For those who were in leadership positions or constantly occupied with demanding responsibilities, the emptiness of free time can feel both luxurious and frightening. This is where emotional intelligence becomes an essential tool. Developing emotional intelligence after retirement is not just beneficial, it's transformative. Emotional intelligence, often abbreviated as EQ, encompasses the ability to recognize, understand, manage, and effectively express one's own emotions, as well as engage and navigate successfully with those of others. While often associated with corporate environments and leadership, EQ is equally vital in post-career life. Retirement, in many ways, is a rebirth, a second act. It's a time when the internal world takes center stage, and understanding one's emotional terrain becomes critical for maintaining well-being and fostering meaningful relationships. In the workplace, your identity might have been defined by titles, achievements, deadlines, and influence. Once that environment disappears, it leaves a vacuum that can affect your self-esteem and sense of belonging. Learning to detach your self-worth from your past professional identity is one of the first emotional hurdles of retirement. Emotional intelligence helps navigate this detachment with grace. It enables you to acknowledge feelings of loss without being controlled by them. It empowers you to redefine who you are, not by what you did, but by who you are becoming. Self-awareness, the foundation of emotional intelligence, becomes particularly important during this transition. It requires quiet introspection and the willingness to ask tough questions. How do I feel now that I no longer work? What are the underlying emotions behind my restlessness, my boredom, my sadness, or even my relief? Without self-awareness, it's easy to distract oneself with fleeting activities, never truly confronting the deeper emotional shifts that retirement can bring. But with self-awareness comes clarity. It allows you to see your emotional patterns, to understand how your thoughts influence your mood, and how your mood shapes your day. Retirees with high emotional intelligence don't suppress their emotions. They listen to them, decode them, and respond rather than react. This creates a sense of inner harmony that sustains them even when external structure is lacking. Self-regulation is the next crucial component. Retirement can bring about feelings of anxiety, especially when the future feels uncertain. Will my savings last? Will my health remain stable? What if I become irrelevant? Emotional intelligence teaches you not to ignore these fears, but to manage them constructively. Instead of spiraling into worry, you learn techniques such as reframing negative thoughts, practicing mindfulness, and establishing new routines that bring consistency and joy. It's not about denying discomfort. It's about developing the resilience to face it with strength and clarity. Motivation, often associated with goal setting and achievement, takes on a new dimension in retirement. No longer driven by promotions or deadlines, you must tap into intrinsic motivation. What makes you feel alive? What projects excite your soul? Whether it's painting, mentoring, gardening, or volunteering, emotional intelligence helps you align your daily actions with your deeper values. You begin to measure success not by external validation, but by internal satisfaction. Empathy, another key component of emotional intelligence, deepens in retirement if nurtured properly. With more time on your hands, you're better positioned to truly listen to your spouse, your grandchildren, your community. Retirement offers the space to slow down and connect with others without the distractions of career demands. Emotionally intelligent retirees are often great listeners. They understand that offering empathy isn't about fixing someone's problem, but about being present, validating emotions, and creating a safe emotional space. Social skills, the final pillar of emotional intelligence, are essential to combating loneliness, which is a major risk in retirement. Without coworkers or daily engagements, retirees can find themselves increasingly isolated. Emotional intelligence helps you cultivate new social connections, rekindle old friendships, and nurture your existing relationships with intentionality. It gives you the courage to step out of your comfort zone and seek meaningful interactions that enrich your emotional landscape. One of the most overlooked aspects of retirement is the grief that often accompanies it. Grief doesn't only emerge when someone dies. It also arises from the loss of identity, routine, purpose, and community. Developing emotional intelligence enables you to navigate this grief without shame. It allows you to honor what was, process what is, and create hope for what could be. The process of developing emotional intelligence after retirement also includes confronting long-held emotional patterns. Perhaps work served as a distraction from unresolved childhood wounds or marital issues. Perhaps your career gave you a sense of superiority that now feels threatened. Emotional intelligence doesn't just offer comfort, it demands honesty. It challenges you to look inward, to explore who you are beneath the roles you once played, and to embrace emotional growth as a lifelong journey. Retirement is also a time when intergenerational dynamics come into sharper focus. With adult children, grandchildren, and sometimes aging parents to consider, emotionally intelligent retirees often act as emotional anchors within the family. They model calmness in chaos, wisdom in uncertainty, and patience in conflict. These qualities are not accidental. They are cultivated through the intentional development of EQ. Another transformative benefit of emotional intelligence in retirement is the ability to accept change. Bodies change, minds slow down. The world feels unfamiliar at times. Emotional intelligence helps you accept the inevitability of change without resentment. Instead of clinging to the past, you begin to appreciate the present and prepare for the future with a calm anticipation. Many retirees also struggle with the feeling of becoming invisible. In a society that worships youth and productivity, older adults can feel marginalized. Emotional intelligence empowers you to reclaim your narrative. You begin to recognize that your value is not diminished, it's just expressed differently. You become a mentor, a storyteller, a source of wisdom. And when you live with emotional intelligence, others begin to see your light, not as faded, but as refined. It's also important to mention that developing emotional intelligence isn't about perfection. It's about progress. There will be days when emotions overwhelm you, when you feel directionless or frustrated. But EQ reminds you that every emotion is valid and every emotion is temporary. You learn to observe without judgment, to respond with compassion, and to live with emotional integrity. The beauty of retirement is that it offers time to reflect, time to heal, time to evolve. Emotional intelligence is the compass that can guide you through this uncharted territory. It doesn't require formal education or professional training. It requires curiosity, courage, and commitment to personal growth. In practical terms, how does one begin to develop emotional intelligence after retirement? Start by journaling your emotions. Track what triggers certain feelings. Engage in daily mindfulness exercises. Practice gratitude. It rewires the brain to focus on positivity. Seek out emotionally intelligent communities, support groups, book clubs, or wellness classes. Read books on emotional development, and most importantly, give yourself permission to feel. This journey is not just for your benefit. When you develop emotional intelligence, you improve every relationship around you. You communicate more effectively with your spouse. You bond more deeply with your grandchildren. You resolve conflicts with grace. You contribute to a more compassionate world simply by being emotionally aware. Emotional intelligence also fosters spiritual growth. As you age, existential questions become more pressing. Why am I here? What legacy will I leave behind? Emotional intelligence helps you face these questions without fear. It encourages you to embrace uncertainty with humility and to find meaning in everyday moments. This period of your life can be the most emotionally rich and fulfilling time if approached with awareness. Emotional intelligence isn't a set of skills you learn once. It's a lifelong practice. Retirement simply offers the space to deepen that practice. It's your chance to turn inward, to align your inner world with your outer actions, and to live with emotional clarity and compassion. The emotional intelligence you cultivate now will define the quality of your remaining years. Not your achievements, not your possessions, but your ability to love, to connect, to forgive, and to find joy in simplicity. Retirement is not the end of emotional development. It's the beginning of your most authentic chapter yet. As retirement settles in, what truly matters isn't how full your calendar is, but how full your heart feels. Emotional intelligence at its core gives you the tools to befriend yourself. It teaches you to sit with silence, to embrace solitude not as loneliness, but as peace, and to view aging not as decline, but as deepening wisdom. In this new season of life, your emotions are your compass. Let joy guide you, let sadness teach you, let empathy connect you. Use your remaining years to build not just memories, but meaning. Your calm presence, your measured responses, your kind words, these are the legacies that linger. You may no longer be building a career, but you are building something far more enduring: emotional maturity, grace, and connection. And when you live each day with emotional intelligence, you don't just age, you elevate. So breathe, reflect, reach out, grow, because even now, especially now, you are still becoming. If this touched your heart or made you reflect, don't forget to subscribe for more soulful wisdom and inspiring journeys, because your best chapter is still being written.